Okay, we are back. I hope this is okay. I tried to do some quick mending, and then I will do my tech wizardry or lack thereof after this. So let us know in the chat, skis. But, I think I've just been watching too many like tech videos because I feel like I'm tinkering too much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me know.
I'm completely listening to you. I know it sounds like I'm just
Well,
looking
you're
through
not
the stream
listening to me, but I
myself.
can tell. I can like hear
I am
it.
listening to you. Yeah, you are. You're doing tinkering. I got it. I know.
I really, you know what? I really, and this has nothing to do with you, but in a way that it almost exclusively does. Everyone
Okay.
I've ever dated does that, where they go, yeah, I'm listening to you, The Bachelor, and it's not a good show, and it's like, you know what? If you were just an engaged listener, I wouldn't need you to tell me what I was talking about. And I do that to people too. It's like, yeah, you're talking about like the thing in the game. You're basically going, I don't care what you're saying, but I have remembered it. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy how you think you're still going to live by the end of this podcast. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I'm gonna be fine.
Everyone, let us know if we're okay.
Right now, I'm geographically safe.
Oh, you think geography would stop my spite? Let us know if it's okay.
I'm going back to the last one to see if we've left anybody and see if I can.
Yeah, let us know if it's really choppy.
Can't do anything about it.
Oh, can you not?
No, the chat's closed in the other one. So
okay, Shauna said it's better on her end. Thank you for the feedback. Let us know. Yeah, snaking so far so good. I hope
great.
that it
We
is.
did it. We're back.
We're back. How are you liking me as a shock jock?
It's crazy because I'm jealous, but also like happy about it because I don't have any of the abilities on my side to do it. But I think if the abilities were on my side, it might go too far.
Can I ask if you're really tired today or something?
You can ask.
Are you like a tired little Jerry Stiller today? Like, what is up with
Why?
you?
Why would you say that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't feel like I'm giving off a tired vibe.
Okay.
I mean, like we're in the middle of a pandemic and I'm tired for sure. But I'm always tired. I've been tired on all these episodes.
You have?
A lot of them.
Really?
I wake up on Fridays.
Okay. Sure.
Well, what do you mean? I don't understand. I didn't feel like I was giving off a tired vibe.
I don't know. Everyone in the chat tell me. I don't know.
I was just telling you about my awesome 60-second monologue for the casting director.
Oh, yeah. Did you end up winning?
Well, this is the whole reason why I brought it up. So I did like what I thought was a pretty funny piece. And actually, I was pretty happy with it, which I'm never happy with. You're never happy with a self-tape. But I was like, you're allowed one take. I'm like, I did 60 seconds of just a fun, stupid bit that I thought of in like 1 second of like,
sure.
I'm just going to reveal that I'm breaking down the biggest crime in the world in a airplane, whatever. And then I watched them and swear there was one guy, 9 women, and all of them were bawling their eyes out.
Of course they were.
All of them. There wasn't comedy in any of it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I was never going to win this thing. I was never going to come close to winning this thing. They were all crying immediately.
And this is the thing. Like, I went to theater school and like there's nothing wrong with the dramatic acting. Like there just isn't, right? But it's like the reason that I like to do comedy is because God damn it, life is so tough. Half the time I don't want to go and be like, let me just be reminded of how terrible the world is. Like my flavor is like, give me a ha-ha, give me a hee-hee, you know?
Yeah.
But to give someone a good ha-ha, to give someone a good hee-hee is just as difficult as to make someone go, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's great when you see amazing actors do their thing and like really pour their heart out.
Yeah, but it's also amazing to see amazing actors doing their thing and it makes you laugh your full ass off. And that's impossible. There's nothing sadder to me than watching someone who thinks they're funny really go for it. I'm like, it hurts.
I agree, but it's the same thing as like, because you'll go to comedy clubs and whatever, especially like open mics and things. And I don't want to crap on anybody or whatever, but like, you gotta really cut your teeth first. So when you see it, there's a lot of bad stuff out there, and there's a lot of great stuff. And then the people that are amazing at it are so good.
And then what happens is when you were also young, and even if you decided not to be a comedian, but you were young, so you went to those comedy clubs and you went to those open mics, and then you saw what improv or sketch or whatever looked like, I would also think it was bad.
Yes, but I was going to say it's the same on the other side. Like when you watch these people that are trying to be, because I go to, we do this for a living, so we've been to like workshops and classes and all this other kind of stuff. And you see it and you're like,
you love a
but
workshop.
It's like when someone does that and they do it poorly, it's just like, you're just like the melodrama in it is it eats away at my, it's hard.
You know what it is? It's just like. It's there's
people will go with that before they go with bad comedy. They'll go for the ride with somebody not doing as well.
There's nothing more.
Trying to emote.
One of my biggest pet peeves, truly, is when you go to like a theater, when you go to the theater, whatever, and you like have to white glove it, and you're watching some like old fart do like Hamlet or something, and
that's gonna be me.
You have to, you have to pretend it's good, and And there's a small whisper of a joke, like a grandma, haha, and the crowd erupts. And I'm like,
this is a thorn in your side.
Yeah, it is one of my biggest pet peeves is when you go to some like theater piece, and someone makes a fucking soft loft. And everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Like one of those inside baseball reference jokes, and then they kind of to the audience.
Yeah, I better be careful. Am I equity? And I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" And then people watch comedy. They're like, "I don't know. It seems a bit base for me." I'm like, "Oh, does it? Does it?"
Well, you should have saw this one time that I was out there, and I said, "Because she's the queen."
And we went crazy. I was once watching Much Ado About Nothing, and they called a stone a pebble, and I couldn't stop laughing for weeks. I was in my townhouse, rolling on my marble. I couldn't believe it.
Because in Shakespearean English, a pebble is actually a piece of flesh.
I just like the finer things. I was talking to a little Jerry Stiller the other day. Very sad man.
Anyways, theater's amazing. It is amazing. It's great.
I love theater. I love it so much, but it's like, it's that argument that like Alistair was bringing up with like Jim Carrey. It's like, it is crazy that comedy.
I'll still fight for the side of that one. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I believe that Jim Carrey deserves a nomination for about 5 different projects.
But here's the thing.
The one where he's talking out his butt oh my God, what's his name? Tone Loc is probably not the one that I'm going to get.
But what I'm saying is that if you do an amazing comedy like that you laugh at, that you still think about year after year after year, you have to acknowledge that those people in that film were never considered. Like of all the comedy shows you and I have done, we have never been considered for theater awards. We just haven't.
Well, we got one for The Door because I think it was because Melody Johnson was our director.
Because our amazing director, and she is incredible. But we got nominated once for a theater award, and they said our name so fast, it's like it didn't even exist. They were like, okay, and the nominees are like, oh, I cried. Oh, the tears.
Butterfly grows out of
the windows.
Dirt?
Oh, the cries I've cried. And oh, the cries I've cried, the sequel, and Second City. And the winners are.
Oh, I cried. The sequel.
And I also it sounds like we're really shitting on theater, but it's like, I love theater and we need to support it. And I think people need to go out to the theater more. It is really like a transformative experience. And I can't wait for the time when that opens again and we can have those experiences because it's really special and I really value it. This is why I do improv for free all the time. I just love doing it. But I also always get in trouble when I go to the theater. Okay? Always get in trouble because I'm too loud. And it's like, I don't even talk during a theater unless, I go to a friend's play and it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon and I see a full penis. I have
Let's go, King Lear. Let's go, King Lear.
You
walk in with your face painted and what are those things called? A vuvuzela or whatever.
I thought you were going to say a zoot suit.
Zoot suit. You guys all ready for this? Ready to watch some theater?
You ready to not fall asleep? I remember one of my
somebody stop me.
Now that should have got an Oscar. But I remember,
You know why that shouldn't have got an Oscar? Because it came out the same year as Ace Ventura, and Ace Ventura should have got the Oscar. So.
Okay. And let's just be clear, like we are at least quoting that movie correct. And we've been quoting what we wanted from Forrest Gump wrong for years. We've just been saying what we want. Wrong for years. But I remember one of my first boyfriends, one of my first, let's be clear. He took me.
He was 36. Yeah, he's had a couple wives at that point.
Honestly, unrelated, 36 is such a sexy year for a man. Like even just being like he's 36. It's so hot. Tell me I'm wrong. How old?
I think it depends on, there's a lot of factors, I think.
No, if you just go, how old's Jeff? Oh, oh yeah, I guess it could go either way. He's 36.
Is he still, I'm going over to his mom's place. That's where he lives, in the basement. So.
How old is Jeff?
But he's 36.
Right. In my mind, it's like, he's 36.
He's heading down to the college. Oh, is he a prof? No.
No, he's 36.
No, he's taking classes.
Yeah. He's 36. Don't yuck my yums. Don't yuck my yums, Jason. I don't yuck your fucking yums.
You've never said that before to me, and that's my new favorite saying, I think.
What, yuck my yums?
Yeah.
It's like
there's only like 3 words in the whole English language that starts with YU, and you just connected 2 of them.
Don't yuck my yums. I will say, as a woman who's 33, like I can't, or I'm 34, but 33 was tough because I might as well be 89. And 89 is a beautiful year, but when you're like, I'm 33.
Because the numbers, if you just add some stuff, it looks like 89.
It's just the way you say it when you're like, I'm 33. Everyone's like, oh. When you're like, I'm 34, they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, so the 33 is the death of your 20s, and the 34 is the start of like the next
Maybe.
renaissance.
I don't know. It's like when you say you're like 27, you're like, damn, girl. And you're 29, you're like, are you okay? You know, that's how it sort of works.
Well, 27 is such like a
27
pinnacle year.
Oh, 27 is like, my theory on being 27 is like the best things happen to you because like you're starting to evaluate what your 30s will be. And you start making those changes. So you see, like, I think vast improvements in your life when you're a woman, at least at 27. Then you start, like Audrey said, it's your rock star age. Then 28, like 27, you're like, hey,
but the rock star age isn't a good reference, if it is what I'm thinking. Like the rock star age is because that's when like many rock star geniuses pass away at 27.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying that like 27 was when you start really making some big changes and choices in your life.
Yeah, Kayla didn't mind turning 30. 27, great
She
year.
goes, but I agree, 27 was a good year.
I'm waiting for 56. Whoo, baby, that's when I start cooking.
I think emotionally you're already there.
No, I think my lower back's already there.
Amanda said she's currently 27 and she's figured out so much in the last 6 months. I agree. Then you'll start like implementing those choices into 28. There'll be some fallout. 29, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm 30. Am I running out of time? Then you hit 30 and you're like, no. And then you hit 30 and you're like, I love this. Then 31 is a low year. And then 32, Then 33, you're like, I swear I'm okay. And 34, you're like, you're welcome.
The disease I've had my whole life is that I constantly think that I'm a little too old for what I'm doing. And like, then you look back and you're like,
I know.
Hindsight. So like, yeah, great. When you're 29, it's not, you got your whole life in front of you still.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Snake King said, fuck my 20s, my 30s are going to be the bomb.
Hell yeah. 30s, some days.
They are going to be the bomb.
Amanda says some days the 30s scare me. Other days I'm good with it. I'll tell you this. Like you look back on your 20s fondly, but it's like the thing is you can't go back because you can't bring that perspective. And it's like you could not pay me to go back in my 20s and not have this like memory, you know, if I couldn't bring the perspective back. But your 30s is great.
The clock's not ticking. Shayla, the clock is not ticking.
No, the clock is not ticking.
You're on 2 o'clock. You've still got like
it is
many
so
hours.
Unfair for women because we are always aware of this clock.
Sure.
We are so aware of it. We are so like, you're made aware of it since you're a child, because like obviously women, and like if you want babies, it's like that is just a scientific thing you have to think about that men never have to think about ever. And then not only that,
I want to argue this point, but I will not, because it's just a losing argument for sure.
oh yeah, try and step up.
I will not.
No, but it's true. It's like, and then women get judged because they want relationships and they're so clingy. And it's like, do you have a fucking biological clock? No, you don't, Jeff. You're 36. Okay.
And you're isn't that the most attractive man?
That was just a callback. But I'm just saying, it's like women are just made aware of like.
I know it was a callback.
Cool. So let's just move on. Melissa says she turns.
It's funny because Jameson put in there that he, because this kind of speaks to your point a little bit too. Loves 30s, sigh, miss them. But if you met Jameson, you wouldn't be like, that guy's not in his 30s.
Not at all.
No, you'd be like, that guy's in his 30s for sure. Maybe even his 20s. Who knows?
Jan's in the chat and she's telling Melissa, because Melissa says, I turned 37 next week. I'm so blah about it, but now I'll think about it as the 27 of my 30s. Hell yes. And believe Jan, 37 is amazing. Yes.
37 is the new 27.
It's like, ladies, we are so hard on ourselves. When we're like, oh my God, I'm 23. I'm so old. I'm not 19 anymore. Then you hit 25. You're like, oh my God, I'm not in my early 20s anymore. Then you hit 27. You're like, oh my God, I'm close to 30. It's like, at what time do we just get to relish our freaking age? I say, let's start doing it now.
Shauna's got it figured out. Shauna loves being 28. Can't wait to turn 30.
Hell yeah. Bring it on. Hell yeah. Jameson says, you're both so lovely, but I saw that smirk, Stacey, about his age. Oh, please. Please. He acts so confident about his shorts. I just say, who cares? I just remember when I started taking comedy classes, and I'd be like, I just kind of assumed everyone was my age. Like we were all like 23, 24. And then I remember going up for like the first couple of drinks, and I had one guy in my class who's like, 47. I was like, what? I was like shocked.
And you were like 18? Yeah.
No, I just said I was 23.
Oh, okay. Good.
We are breaking up after this podcast.
Yeah.
What is the basis of improv, Jason?
Support.
What else?
The basis of improv?
What's like what do you need in a successful improv scene?
Oh, this is going, because there's 100 different things we could talk about, but like
what at the base of improv do you need?
Like
listening.
I know
you need listening. You need to listen.
Well, there's a lot of things you need.
I'm like, I know it's like haha, but like I wish this would like just push you a little bit.
I don't know what you're even getting frustrated about. I've completely been listening to you.
Gangle says 30 was way easier than 27 for me. By the time I hit 30, I was like, great, I've been 30 for 3 years. I mean, everyone's been worrying about 30 from 27. So yeah, by the time you get to it, you're like, first of all, you usually throw a huge party, so you're hungover for 4 days, which is what
4 years, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't mind my 30s. I like my 30s, It's a great little time, even though my body has officially changed. And a very funny friend of ours, Ebony Rosen, has this great joke where she talks about her doctor going, oh, you've now got your woman body. And I'm like, that is it. That is true. I've entered my woman body. It's so upsetting. Yeah.
I got a dad bod and I cannot get rid of it.
I mean, I think what if you actually did get rid of it? Like, what if there was a point where like,
I'm trying, man. It's hard.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, what if like you actually succeeded and got rid of whatever you feel you need to get rid of? Do you think that
then
you would?
I'm not going to complain about
exactly. Do you think you would just pass? Like after do you think you would just like your deathbed would be rolled in and it was like you have nothing else that's fueling you?
Yeah. But then at my funeral, it would just be like pictures of me in the last like 10 years. And it would be like, I'd be like a ghost being like, show the latest picture. Show the one where I was like really skinny. Show that one. Like for those 3 days.
So yesterday we were talking about the video that was accompanying Jason's online article of being a $20 million man. And I watched it last night and it's so funny, Jason. Like you have not changed at all because all you did was complain about how you hurt your back. And then you proceeded to like hurt your back more throughout the video and like legitimately complain about it the whole video.
And instead of like doing something, because I was with all these beautiful people working out on Venice Beach, and I was like, you know what I could do? I could go eat a hot dog. And then we found myself eating a hot dog.
Yeah, but that's the only thing you remember. Like you were on the ropes, you were on the rings.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
I saw that video probably like a year or two ago, so I have a memory of a memory.
Memory of a memory. Can I tell you, I ate something yesterday and I feel like this is what is making us, like if we're not eating this, then this is probably why we're sad about the quarantine.
Okay. This time I really wasn't listening to you.
Oh my God. Oh my actual God.
I was in the chat and I was like, Melissa's 37 and she's learning to skateboard and play basketball. So I need an excuse. I need one free hall pass for this one.
I'd like you to run the rest of this podcast.
Okay. This is gonna be great for the people like audio.
Yeah. You know, people who just used to do audio. No, I'd like you to host the rest of this.
Oh, right, because I normally do nothing. I get it. I understand now. You're right. I've been listening every other time. I got lost in skateboarding and basketball. Two of my, I mean, like for sure, skateboarding is something that I was never great at, but I loved it and I still watch it. But basketball I love. So all I'm saying is shout out to Melissa. That's all. That's it. Oh, this is the silent treatment. So you're playing terrible mom now? Is that what we're doing?
Let's do it. I'm in the chat like you are. It's fun.
No, you're right. Normally I just sit there and do absolutely nothing. I think this is actually Stacey's true version of how she sees life. She's like, he does nothing. He does nothing. This is like your actual impression of what I do.
No, I don't talk in certainties for sure, but there are times I guess you do something.
Yeah.
So last night I had queso. I forgot how much I need queso in my life. Like I can't have it in my life because it would take over, but it's so good.
Yeah, it is so good. I didn't know, like in Canada, it didn't seem when I was there, they called it queso. You just call it like melted cheese or whatever. But down here, it's like everyone's like, give me some queso. Cool Ranch and queso. That's like, it's all over the place.
Cool Ranch and queso?
Not together, but like Cool Ranch is, we have a friend down here that works at a restaurant and she's just like, Americans just love, I mean, she works at one of these places, more of a tourist place. So she gets like people from all over the States and she's like, Cool Ranch is their thing, man. Like,
whoa, I hate a Dorito. Like Doritos are not my thing. Like, you know,
I like Doritos.
I know,
this
guys.
Is where we disagree on food.
I know, maybe. Guys love Doritos.
There's something about it.
Yeah, and I'm only saying guys because like just growing up in my small town, like every teen boy, like my brothers, like everyone loved Doritos. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling on my hands, but yeah. Anyways, just like I made a hard shell taco. And I ate it on a front lawn, a self-distanced taco night, and it was the best.
Well, it's what does self-distanced mean?
Like we were just having a hang, and I was just eating tacos.
Oh, so because you said I sat on my front lawn and self-distanced, like you were trying to stay away from yourself or something. Like,
sometimes I want to. Sometimes I want to.
I'm just leaving myself inside. Got to get out to the patio.
No,
just on my back porch.
Just got to get out. No, it was so good. I felt like I was like in a like small town again, just barefoot on some grass, just like, you know, when you eat tacos to the side and you're like, oh, whoa.
Every morning.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Morning. But it was like a bunch of queso on the bottom, ground beef, like so yum.
That sounds like Taco Bell style tacos almost, but in a good way.
Well, a lot of restaurants, like they're like selling kits. So there was a restaurant that was like selling taco kits.
Gusto put out their kale, and people might not know what Gusto is, but it's an awesome restaurant in Toronto, and they're known for their kale salad, which some people might be like, I don't know. their kale salad's amazing, but they put out the recipe online or something.
And what is it?
I haven't looked at it yet. I've made something similar before when I first got it. I was like, oh, it's like a Tuscany kale salad. It's really good. But it was going around the other day that they've put it online. So
you got to get on that. You know what I really want to do by quarantine's end, and then I think I just officially won't fit into any of my clothes, is I want to get a bunch of like chicken nuggets from McDonald's, but then like make homemade sauces and just have a dip dinner.
Yeah. Tapas. I'm in.
Chicken nugget tapas. You heard it here first.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because you
McDonald's
just like honey.
hasn't stepped up their game in a long time. Like, when was the last time there was a new chicken nugget sauce? Hey, guys at McDonald's, maybe that's something you need to think about.
I like the hot mustard. I must.
I know you do.
I love the hot mustard.
I'm the one that's like, it's not even on the menu, but they had it from the beginning. And I'm like, you guys got honey back there? And they're like, yeah, we got the honey. And I just get straight honey.
See, because I ordered McDonald's like a few weeks ago and they didn't bring dips. And I remembered that you liked honey, but I did honey and sriracha. Mixed it together.
So good.
It was delicious.
So good.
But there's nothing more sad than when they forget those like dips. It's like, and it's like you can't get mad, but you're just like, fuck. You know?
Well, did you ask for them?
Of course I did. And my thing is like, if I'm going to indulge, I need to indulge correctly. Like if I'm going to eat a nasty ass burger, it better be the one that I wanted. Cause I don't want to waste the calories. Not that I'm ever calorie counting, but you know what I mean?
I am. Melissa now also like winning my heart for the day. She's also into straight honey. So basketball, skateboarding, honey.
I guess
she's living her best life. She's like, boredom and temporary layoffs have led for dream hobbies.
Oh, I think that's great. And that's such an amazing thing. Cause it's like, you kind of run out of things to do, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, how often can I just
masterclass? No problem. And you watch poker.
You listen to an online business and you drink a white wine spritzer and you think, oh, will they sponsor me? You know, you just, you think about it. It's a wonderful time. Jason, I think we sort of did it today.
Well, kind of. I waited on this.
Oh my God. Okay.
Because you've been pretty mad at me today.
Without question.
And it started with that I didn't notice that you're not wearing a t-shirt underneath your no sleeves. But someone also failed to notice somebody cut their hair yesterday all by themselves. No more swoop, no more long hair.
Oh, I thought you just brushed it back.
Fresh haircut. It's all cut off. Inches gone.
You
literally
cut it?
Inches by myself.
Okay, so
I'm not showing you the back.
Okay, can I ask you a question just because we're already just been bickering for an hour? When I asked you off the top of today's show,
what did I do?
You said, I'm not going to tell her that.
No, that's not what came into my head.
I'm going to wait to the end. Okay.
No, that's not.
Well, now I think you owe us the back of your head. So you can turn around. Well, if you want to be so confident about the front, you better be so confident.
I'm not confident about the back of my head.
Turn around.
No.
Yes. You owe it to me from your behavior.
How do I want to, I don't know if like.
Around.
I will not.
It's crazy that you even think you have an option. The whole chat, we already fucked up the first half of this show. The least you can do is turn around and show us the disaster that is the back of your head.
Here's the thing.
Jason, turn around.
I haven't seen it yet because of the way I did this. I don't have mirrors in my house, so I had to
Why?
You have to sit in front. Well, the only mirrors that I have are like in the washroom, but I wanted to cut my hair outside so it wasn't like hair all over the place.
Turn around.
But I don't have like one of those other mirrors that I can go like this. I mean, I could have done it with my phone or whatever, but the thing is I haven't even looked at the back of my head yet. And I used scissors to cut the back of my hair.
Please turn around.
So I'm prefacing it is all I'm saying.
We didn't even need it. We already know in the depths of our soul. So please turn around.
Oh God. Can we get like sound cues ready?
Okay, ready? Oh my God, Jason, just get Jenny to shave the back of your head. You can feel it. You look like Joe Dirt from the back.
Well, it's also not washed or brushed. So like I get that there's like stragglers all over the place, but
No.
it's also terribly done.
You can't have anything on the back because if you have a shaved back head and then a bang.
The concept, but I'm saying if I brush it, I'm not going to show it to you, but I would brush it this way, so it would be on top of my head, and the back would look.
Sean
shaved.
is so funny. She goes,
But now
"I
I've got
think
these
it looks
stragglers
better."
lying down.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's something. It's something. Yeah, everyone's like, just get something done on the back of that.
I mean, like, for what? Where are we going? What are we doing? I'm a cartoon walking around at this point. This is like a Stimpy would have this haircut. It's all right.
I love when and listen, I've done it too. Like I remember I got really brutal bangs done, and when I showed
Thanks, Shayla.
When I showed friends, they were like, it'll grow back. Like that sort of reaction is just, it's needed and it's so lovely. So I love Shayla going, it can be styled.
Yeah, but it can. This is like nothing. Like it is bedhead. I've literally,
Yeah.
I got up, I played Star Wars and Lego for a couple hours, and then jumped on here. So
Well, the back is a real treasure, and I want to thank you for being brave and showing us. It's really great. Do you have anything exciting planned for the rest of the day, Jason?
it's not. I have like a packed day today, but it's
Wow.
all. Well, it is. It's going to be nonstop until about 11 p.m.
Well, 11 p.m. I am going to go out into the world, run a couple errands.
Because it's sunny and beautiful in Toronto.
It's cloudy, which is nice. And hopefully I get an applause everywhere I go because I'm being brave.
Then, because it is cloudy, so at least you're protected from the sun a little bit. But is Stacey with her? Because I know from doing so many shows with you how much you hate your white skin out in the harsh sun. So today, are you going to cover up those bare shoulders now?
Well, let me tell you, I was wearing a t-shirt and walking to every bike store that Toronto has, and I was wearing SPF 50, and the whole time I thought I was going to get sunburn. If you know me or have hung out with me ever in the sun, all I'm asking you, as Jason knows, the entire time is, do I look burnt? Am I getting burnt? Can we find some shade? So I have ordered basically like a safari hat for the summer that will, like, as I'm biking, the string, it will be on my back, and then it will come on. Okay. And I successfully did not get burnt yesterday. So I already have sunscreen on my face under my makeup, and it's already on my body, so it's ready to go. And don't trust the overcast, because the worst sunburn I ever got was when I was tree planting, and it was an overcast day, and I got second-degree burns on my hands, the palms of my hands.
Those UV lights, they don't care about no clouds.
They don't. So everyone wear sunscreen. Also, for anyone who cares in the chat, before I forget, I told some of my girlfriends, and they didn't seem to care. I just bought apricot oil, which my friends were saying is so good for your skin. Already seeing many benefits after one use.
Let me ask you this. What do you do with it? Is this something you rub on your skin?
You rub on your skin. They say it's for like fine lines and like helps even out your skin, and it's very moisturizing. And if you have very dry hair, apparently it's very beneficial for that. So I gave myself like an at-home pedicure, and then like exfoliated my face, did all the things, put on some apricot oil, and I'm like, oh wow, very moistured, and my hands and my feet feel amazing. Apricot oil.
Is it going to get rid of my 100 years of red face? Is that what it
Well,
get rid of that?
You don't listen to me when I tell you about like toning.
Do listen to you.
You burnt your face with ACV. I don't think you did the right.
I've literally bought apple cider vinegar just because you've told me to.
It's 90% water, 10% apple cider vinegar.
I knew that because I've listened to you.
But you have to do it for months.
And I did for a month.
Every day for a month?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago you told me about that.
You should do it again. It's really useful for your skin. And I also have rosacea, so I know. I'm telling you.
No, you can't even tell.
You can't tell that I do?
No.
Well, it's because I put makeup on to cover up the redness, and then I add red back on in a more controlled way called blush.
So I have to get blush. Okay, great. Now I'm figuring things out.
Everyone's loving my safari hat. And by everyone, I just mean Shayla. Thank you so much. You'll be seeing, if you ever see me around Toronto, don't be a perv, and you'll see me in a big safari hat. That's just the vibe. I can't wait
We
for it to
did
come in. We did it. Took 2 shows. Thank you for being so positive, everyone in the chat, and following us to our second location. Thank you to listening to our bickering. This is just our actual friendship. Don't be worried. This is every day for us.
I wasn't bickering.
Sure.
I was just okay.
And all right, everyone. So we will be back. I believe we'll have a guest this week. And everyone buckle up for Casual Friday. I can't believe it's already Wednesday of week 11.
I know.
Is it week 11 or is it week 12? It's week 11.
It's week 11. Because I had to count. We've had Casual Friday on only 9 times, which means he wasn't in this with the first week. But anyways,
crazy.
Yeah, we're in week 11 now, coming to the end of week 11.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So we are still gunning up to get into our 300 subscribers so that we can have a big old party to celebrate. So let your friends know if you like this episode. Give us a like. I know that you always do. I'm just going to say
Tell your 76 friends to subscribe.
76 friends, and we'll be there to have a big old barn burner. Maybe we'll convince Casual Friday to get in that chat with us. And we will be back tomorrow with a mystery guest. And anything else, Jay?
One thing we didn't bring up again today was our People shows getting ready for Friday night. So
People is officially doing the damn thing on Friday. I will, if you're listening to this, you can come check out the YouTube channel. There'll be the event link there. Again, there's no pressure to buy a ticket if it's not within your means. If you want to donate to the artists, you're absolutely welcome to. But again, no pressure. You can just enjoy. Friday, 9 p.m. It's going to be the best.
So fun.
All brand new show, all new sketches. I'm shooting mine, editing it. Ooh, brother, she's a time, let me tell you. So yeah, come out on Friday, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.